Hello and welcome to Collect Genesis. This video is all about the Calling All Stations era, which is 1997-1998. This is my collection of the time, and I'd like to take you through what I've got. So I have no less than 3 promotional albums for the album itself to start us off. The album itself was released on the 1st of September 1997. We start off these would have been released before the actual album came out for promotional purposes. So here we are. Here's the first one. An in-store play copy. This is on the Virgin label, and it has a catalogue number of GENCDP6, and it has some narration from someone called Martin Collins. I'm assuming no relation to Phil, but yes, very collectible item in a card sleeve, followed by this promotional item, which is an album sampler. Also on the Virgin label. Catalogue number of this is GENCDJ6. So this does not, from memory, have the whole album on. It has some songs from the album. Congo twice, one the edits version, one the full album version, with an explanation here of the change of lead singer from Phil Collins to Ray Wilson. So yeah, very collectible item. Not sure how scarce these first 2 items are. Followed by the third promo album, this time on the Atlantic label. This also has a explanation, it seems, of the change of lead singer from Phil Collins to Ray Wilson. But this one's got the whole album on, it seems. And there's the disc. Catalogue number for this one is on the Atlantic label. So it's 83037-2P. Yeah, very interesting. 3 promotional albums. And then we're into more familiar territory for fans. The standard UK album. On the Virgin label, of course. The catalogue number for this one is GENCD6. There we are, very familiar to most Genesis fans. And then we move on to the SACD with the extras, which came out in, let me remind myself, September 2007. So yeah, the remastered SACD album with lots of extras on. And the catalogue number for this one is GENCDR6. And then we move to the first single So I actually have a promo of Congo. So this obviously would have been released to radio stations before the single was released. And it has the release date, I presume to radio stations for airing, of the 8th of September 1997. Congo was released as a single. Got it in my notes here somewhere. On the 15th of September 1997. So a short time before the actual single was released to the public, it was released to the radio. This on here is a one-track edit, I believe, of 3 minutes 13. This is on the Virgin label. And the catalogue number is GEN DDJ12. So yeah, very collectible. Then another promotional copy, I assume released at the same time for US audiences. This time a 2-track. You've got the edits version there, 3 minutes 13 seconds, and the album version, 4 minutes 51 seconds. On the Atlantic label, the catalogue number for this one is, let's find my notes again, is PRCD 8202-2. Yeah, so that was issued shortly before the single was released to the public. And here it is. Here's the first official release to the public. Bought for the grand total of £1.99 at the time. So Congo, yeah, was released on the 15th of September 1997. This one has Congo, Papa, he said, and Banjo Man on it. And the catalogue number for this one is GEN SD12. And then we have the second public release. This one has the album version and Second Home by the Sea edited version on it. But it has some extras. A video of Congo, interview footage with Ray Wilson, Tony Banks and Mike Rutherford, and a digital animation of the stage design for the forthcoming world tour. Also bought for $1.99. This is on the Virgin label again. Let's have a look. The catalogue number for this one is GEN SDX12. Let's look inside quickly. Moving on. Well, actually, I'll move on to this release. Now, this is an American release on the Atlantic label. This is a CD for The Dividing Line. It's got the edits, the album version, and Turn It On Again, live from the Kennedy Space Center, which was one of Ray Wilson's first performances with the band. Now, the catalogue number for this actually precedes by 1 the catalogue number for the next single. So the Congo was on the release catalogue number of number 12. Now, I can't help thinking that the dividing line might have been release 13, but then never released. This is pure speculation on my part, but I don't know. What do you think? Could this have been release 13, never released it in the UK or United States, and just this promotional copy as the evidence? So there we are, Atlantic PRCD 8342. So let's look at the next release. Shipwrecked. This has a release date to the radio of the 3rd of November 1997. This one's on the Virgin label, and the catalogue number of this is GEN DDJ14. So there we are, we've jumped from 12 to 14. Could the dividing line have been potential 13th release but abandoned? Anyway, let's stick with Shipwrecked single. So this is a promotional single on the Virgin label. 1 track, 4 minutes 25 seconds. And then we move to the official public release. This is part 1 of 2. And this features Shipwrecked, No Son of Mine, Lover's Leap from Supper's Ready, and Turn It On Again. Shipwrecked was released on the 1st of December 1997. And then on the same day, this is the second part, part 2 of 2. Did I give the catalogue number of the first one here? Let me go back to this one. So let's remind myself where I am. Catalogue number of this one, No Son of Mine, is GEN DX14. And the next one also on the Virgin label, features Shipwrecked, Fret instrumental, and 7/8 instrumental. So the catalogue number of this one is GEN SD14. Then we move on to the final single released. Here's once again a promotional copy, strangely unimaginatively in a black sleeve. Could this reflect the feeling within the band? But once again, this has got a radio release date of the 23rd of February 1998. A single track CD. The catalogue number for this one is GEN DDJ15. So yeah, strange, unimaginative cover design. And once again, we have another promo here. Not About Us, 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Yes, the previous promo here that I showed you was 4 minutes and 39 seconds on the UK promo. But this is a shorter version here. 1-track CD, American Atlantic copy. Catalogue number PRCD 8343. And there we are. So there's catalogue number PRCD 8343. Then we move to the standard releases. Also on the Virgin label. Features 3, well, by my standards, fantastic tracks. Anything Now, Sign Your Life Away, and Run Out of Time. Catalogue number for this one is GEN SD15. Also on the Virgin label. Quite a bit more effort gone into this. Well, sleeve design by the standards of the first promo we saw. And then we come to the very last release from this era. The second part released on the same day. Released on the 23rd of February 1998. So it has the radio edit of the single, Dancing with the Moonlit Night, Follow You, Follow Me, and Not About Us extended version. I believe these are live versions here. So yeah, that was the last release in the series. Let's put these back here. So I haven't got many other things. I did go to see them live. So I've still got my concert tickets from Earl's Court from the 27th of February 1998. And I've got some ephemera here from Earl's Court. You can send away for photos. And what else have we got in here? Yep, the same thing again. And then a guide for visitor information from the time from Earl's Court. And then if you sent away the leaflet, you received a little one photograph just to whet the appetite. Apparently there was about 50 photographs that you could send away for. Here they are, look. So it goes from picture 51 all the way through to 100 on here. Yeah, so this shows that the photographs were taken by a photographer. It's on the back of this photo here, called Guido Carp for the Fan Association. So, I don't know if he's still around taking photos of artists. I never actually sent away for the photos at the time. I wonder if anyone out there did. Did you send away for the photos and receive them? Have you got them in your collection? And then lastly, we have the program from the tour. With imagination, colourful program, better program than some, explaining Ray's passion for the group and Tony and Mike's motivation to continue without Phil. Sadly, as we know, the US tour never took place. But I was lucky enough to see them live. Anthony Drennan. Anthony Drennan still tours with Mike and the Mechanics, I believe. Nir Zikiahu, the drummer who was brought on board for the tour. Always thought it a shame that the band, well, Mike and Tony decided not to continue with Ray. But that's water under the bridge now. Refreshingly free of advertising. So there we are. Not a perfect album, in my opinion, but room for a storming second album if they had continued with Ray. But like I said, that's water under the bridge. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a long time making. And I'll see you on the next video. Give this a like or subscribe. See you next time.